Well, all right, guys, here we are with another episode of How Ugly Is My Face? We're going to do a quick look. We're going to take a quick look at what is going on the face, but it's nice. It's nice. I never thought that I'd look out the window and feel like I'd have an office space with a window view. No, this is not real. This is not real. It's just for a few weeks. I'm doing this thing where I'm lucky enough to have a beautiful view outside the car window, which is almost like having a cool office space with a view. Anyway, it's one way to do it, right? It's one way to do it. All right, so the usual moles are doing what they're doing. In some cases, they look better, but then there's more red in the area where the thing has been treated. This one is roughly the same. More dots occasionally show up in places. We can take a look at the innie and the outie. They're still there. But what I've noticed overall with this micro lesion therapy, rebirth by 1 trillion lesions, and also feed your muscles, not your cancers treatment, where it has to work together. The trifecta has to work together. The diet, the exercise, and the therapy. Again, if I didn't have number 2 working, right? Diet and exercise together working, then the treatment would fail because I couldn't do as many treatments as quickly together as possible. Because if you don't have good health, if you don't do good exercise and have a good diet that works for your particular body type and all that good stuff, then you don't heal fast enough. And then you have to do less treatments further apart, which leads to the thing not working. So there you go. There you go. As you can see from my face, it's the usual lighting, nothing new. When I do all my wrinklage and I let go, it seems to go away more. There's still this one wrinkle, which is really bad. And this one up here, these used to be so deep and scary all the way down to there. And so far, things are going pretty well, I would say, which is why we're going to keep doing it. Am I going to talk about the elephant in the streets? No, I'll let the other people talk about the elephant in the streets because it's California and we're a failed state, but it's just too much. The politics have gotten too far. And as I say, and I keep saying, I have tax derangement syndrome. And unless you fix that, that affects all states at all times, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian or a whatever, you're all getting screwed. And whether we've had a almost dead person in the White House, which was Joe Obama, or you have a very lively destructionist in the White House right now, who, by the way, seems to be, tripping over, like Pac-Man said the other day in one of the videos, going up the escalator towards his jumbo jet to make sure that his head is still working, just like the song. If you don't know the song, then I can't help you with that, but he got his head checked by a jumbo jet. Anyway, he's got one of those now. Oh, so I'm not going to get into that because that's just its own thing. But we're having issues right now with my favorite yogurt because, when the usual people do the things that they do and there's issues where everybody's angry with everybody, what happens is, since we don't have decent jobs for everybody to do, you have hackers. And hackers go after my favorite yogurt. And so that's what happened to, I'm not sure exactly how you say the name. Is it Segis or Segis? I'm going to go with the Segis. But anyway, my favorite yogurt company has been attacked by hackers. And so therefore, they're not able to understand exactly how many yogurts are being shipped off to specific stores or whatever, or they don't have a good way to know what the inventory is, which is the same problem we have with the government, right? With the government, we don't have a decent way to understand what's going on with the inventory. What do we have in our coffers? What do we have in our, do we even have a proper database of the things that we have? And anyway, same thing is going on with that. They got cyber hacked by some horrible people, and so now they can't tell how many yogurts they should send to Whole Foods. Hence, we, the consumers of this awesome product, get less on store shelves. So I'm sure that that's not true for every single one. Some stores will have more of this awesome yogurt than others, but yet we are affected by this disaster.